Bean Latte and the great sound of Joni Mitchell, all tonight. But first, your local news.
Thousands evacuated fleeing fires. Was it a mistake? It's a story 6 News broke, and tonight, the uproar.
WKMG 6 News Nightly starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Wayne Haverly. David is off tonight. In Flagler, fires still burn, and the dusk to dawn curfew is still in effect.
But people are also rebuilding their lives and helping one another get through what has been such a traumatic and a trying week. Robin Guest joins us to show us how they are coping. Robin?
Leslie, people in Flagler tell me they want to reestablish that sense of community, and many people are doing it through religious fellowship. Tonight, many people of lots of different denominations got together at the Palm Coast United Methodist Church. They sing, they pray,
the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
And give thanks. Sharing testimonials, ringing with emotion, helps heal the pain, the fear and trauma of what they lived through.
Every police officer put garden hoses in their car. And we were running up to houses that were burning and trees and hooking up to their hose, their thing, and spraying down the soffits, you know what I mean? And around.
Some lost everything.
I just want to share all the love and kindness that we were shown at the Lake Mary High School in Seminole County. The community just came out and gave us everything that we needed, that we didn't need. They were beautiful.
When she went back to see her house, the only thing left in it was a little religious statue that she had had from school days.
Others lost nothing. They gave.
They needed 200 blankets, and a man went down to Walmart and bought 200 blankets. And
the power of God that was able to keep the firefighters going 24 hours a day.
All of them brought together by the raging fires of Flagler County. The people who live in Flagler County tell me it's gatherings like this that they believe are really going to help them rebuild. Reporting live, Robin Guest, WKMG 6 News.
It was faith versus fire.
Holy Ghost, if I ever needed you, I sure do need you now.
Still ahead, we'll introduce you to a man who put his faith in God as flames surrounded his home. This incredible story in about 15 minutes. The fires are out, but there's still lots of work left as Flagler County tries to rise out of the ashes. Firefighters from around the country are working hotspots in Palm Coast. Years of plant growth is trapping leftover heat under the ground, increasing the fire threat.
There are 2 kinds of people in Palm Coast, those whose homes escaped fire and those whose didn't. Some homeowners who lost everything spent much of today rummaging through what was left, searching for anything salvageable. Kathy Colazzo still can't believe that all of her belongings are gone.
It didn't sink in yet. I just lost a lot of stuff that I saved through the years for me and the kids. And
others who escaped are still helping to clean up. The worst hit areas likely will not be back to normal for months.
Governor Childs toured the damage today in East Central Florida. It was a goodwill tour to say thanks to all the emergency crews and firefighters who saved lives and property in Florida's worst firestorms ever. Governor Childs visited Mims United Methodist Church to thank the volunteers and citizens for their support. He then toured the damage areas of North Brevard County.
I'm trying to think of, how do I thank all these people, and that's one reason I want to come out and try to see as many as I can.
Governor Childs says all the resources and manpower sent here will stay until the drought index and the fire danger are both down. President Clinton is next to visit. He'll be in Volusia County on Thursday. He picked Volusia County on the advice of Governor Childs. Last week, Vice President Al Gore was here to tour the fire damage.
And while Florida's wildfires are less of a threat now, they are still burning businesses that rely on clear skies. Flight schools like Phoenix East Aviation and Daytona Beach are all but grounded in the fire zone. 200 students have not been able to fly since the fires began 3 weeks ago. The FAA is enforcing a no-fly zone over much of East Central Florida so that firefighting aircraft can fly without worrying about other planes. A few dozen horses escaped the flames with the help of some very devoted people and the Marion County Sheriff's Office. The horses had to be evacuated. Some are part of the Flagler County Sheriff's posse. With much time on their hands without much, Marion County deputies jumped to the rescue, using their animal recovery trailer to take the horses to safety. And tonight, we're happy to report that all the horses are back in their own stalls.
Help has arrived from all around the country in response to Florida's fire emergency, but not all the workers are actually firefighters. One woman with a much quieter job came to us from Wyoming. She's an office worker who remembers all the help she received when Yellowstone National Park burned 10 years ago.
It was a pretty scary time, and I'm just glad that I can give back a little of what was given to me and my part of the country. Put your name here.
Smith returns home next weekend just in time for her 22nd wedding anniversary.
Almost 500,000 acres. That is how much of Florida has been lost to the fire since Memorial Day. More than 2,000 fires have destroyed or damaged 356 homes and other structures. Damage is now estimated at a staggering $276 million. And as long as fire burns, we will be able to give you the latest information on our new webpage that we have set up. Here's the address, www.wkmg.com/fire. And firefighters are getting some much-needed help, some rain.
It's not nearly enough, but at least it's a start. Pat Michaels is in the Weather Center. Pat, how much rain did we get?
It is a start, and I'll show you just how much rain we've had over the last 2 days. Up until now, we've been praying for the rain, and it finally came. Look on the Doppler radar. You can see some areas had 6 inches of rain in northern Lake County and southeastern Marion County. But where we really need it here is along the coast. And we'll keep going with that over the next few days. But some areas getting a lot of rain. Let me show you the current reflectivity, which is the actual rainfall right now. It is void of rain across most of central Florida. We will watch it, though, the radar tomorrow, beginning to start those showers in the afternoon about 1 o'clock. And it'll be a repeat today. Good news. Hopefully we won't have as much lightning. We didn't have a lot of lightning today. And we'll have the complete forecast for the next 6 days coming up a little bit later on. Wayne?
Well, this rain is obviously a welcome relief, but experts say it's just not enough. The fire danger is still with us, and Nicole Smith joins us live to show us why.
Well, Wayne, it certainly seems like we have enough rain, but if you look here at this typical Florida soil, it's nice and wet on top. You dig a little deeper here, the color becomes a much lighter color, and you can see it's just really, really sandy, and it's still very dry. The rain just didn't reach down in there, and some experts say we still need 6 to 8 inches of rain to keep that water table up and keep everything moist. How sweet the sound. Just a couple of inches of rainwater have never been so welcome.
My impression is, wow, it rained a lot. We needed it, thank goodness.
It's the first real downpour we've seen in weeks. Without it, Florida foliage has dried, withered, scorched, and turned into a powerful, devastating fuel. This shower helped change that somewhat.
You still have pockets, even though all the rain, you still have pockets, you see, of dry.
So today was just not enough.
Today was definitely just not enough.
And those fan palms are especially volatile.
They have a sort of waxy coating, and what happens is, see, they start to burn, and what they'll do is they'll ignite immediately. Not just one side will burn, the whole thing will just ignite at once, almost like a torch.
So you need a lot of water to keep these...
You need a lot of water and an increased humidity factor to keep these things at bay.
And the spread of fire sparked by lightning slows down when the air is humid and moist.
The more we get, the better off we're going to be. And by any means, you know, we can't let down our guard because we're not back to where we need to be yet.
That could take at least several more days, just like today. And some experts are advocating more control burns to get rid of all this kind of stuff, all these dead leaves. They're hoping that if they get to do more control burns, they'll be able to get a handle on all this kind of stuff, just in case nature doesn't want to cooperate. Live in Orange County, Nicole Smith, WKMG 6 News Night Beat.
Okay, thanks a lot, Nicole. Well, just this week, lightning has killed 3 people. 10 people will die every year from lightning. 35 others will be injured every year. Now, if lightning is anywhere near you, take cover. You're safe in your car, but not under a tree. And if you are in an open field, crouch down like a ball or just don't lie flat. If you are inside, make sure you log off your computer and get off your phone. Stay away from windows, metal doors, water pipes, and appliances. And coming up, a wildfire controversy. Should we have evacuated all of Flagler County? It's a hot issue, and we'll have the story exclusive coming up.
Two men are targeting the elderly. Next on the Night Beat, it's a scam taking thousands of dollars from people who can't afford to lose it. And tonight, police need your help to find the men responsible.
Also ahead, the verdict is in. The man on trial for the murder of Ennis Cosby learns his fate.
You're watching WKMG 6 News Night Beat with David Whitman, Leslie Gale, Pamela Brady's weather, and Gordy Hershiser on sports. Working harder for you.
What's this? What's this? It must be something new. What's this? Whatever does it do? What's this? I can't believe my eyes. Everywhere I turn, another big surprise. What's this? What's this? What's this? I've never seen it done. What's this? It really looks like fun. What's this? Suddenly the night becomes a spectacle of light. I'm having fun. I'm having fun, yeah! What is this? Epcot. Discover how much fun it is. What's this? Open.
Comfortable. With redesigned seats, you won't feel a thing. The new Corolla. And the new Corolla has double door seals to block out those annoying road noises.
Return from Bell South. Just 75 cents per use. Hung up on hang-ups? Dial *69 and get back the last number who called.
I need help. Hold on just a minute. Let me get Kevin.
Use three-way calling from Bell South. Just click it, dial it, click it again.
Hello? Are you both there?
Only 75 cents per use. Get everyone together with three-way calling.
You're going to look beautiful.
Was it a bad call to evacuate all of Flagler County during the wildfires?
Tonight, many are fired up, and they want answers in a story that you will see only on 6. Sterling Scott gets both sides of this very heated argument.
Political leaders in Flagler County questioned the decision to evacuate everybody and wondered why a police chief was not allowed into strategic meetings. The accusations brought a quick response from officials who feel the decision, unprecedented in state history, was the right one.
When I asked, it was explained that that's based on this computer modeling, this is what we had to do.
And what did you go away thinking?
Well, in my mind, I'm saying if they would have, some local people had looked at that computer modeling that they had, I think they would have said it was hogwash.
Our big fire here in Bunnell was on Thursday, and basically it burnt all the way around Bunnell in a semicircle around Bunnell. We was pretty fireproof at that point.
Before the major evacuation was...
Before the evacuation was.
Those were some of the statements that brought an immediate response from Flagler County Sheriff Robert McCarthy.
I've calmed down considerably. I'm a little upset with some of the statements that were made.
Sheriff McCarthy says that when the evacuation orders came down, he followed the governor's directive.
But when the governor ordered to remove everyone from Flagler County, I have no choice but to follow his directions. My job is the safety and welfare of the county.
He also told us that the police chief of Bunnell was thrown out of a planning meeting that was a closed-door session.
Now, he was asked to leave a meeting. There was no question about it. I was there. I asked him to leave. It was a meeting that had to do with the U.S. Forestry, the Division of Forestry, the Emergency Management, and the sheriff. It had nothing to do with the city of Bunnell.
A Flagler resident voiced his opposition to how the evacuation was handled while we were interviewing the sheriff.
So what we objected to was the lateness of the help, the curfews, the evacuation orders, the suggestion that those of us who didn't evacuate were less than law-abiding citizens.
A U.S. Forest Service representative also took issue with those who questioned the need for a total evacuation.
We had a lot of firefighters working in that area during the time it was making a run. By having the community evacuated, we were not trying to move the public out of the way of the fire as well as move firefighters in to deal with it at the same time.
And then there was this stern denial that anyone had a political reason for ordering Flagler County closed.
The only thing that was of consideration was whether or not we had an opportunity to get our people out of Flagler County before they got burned up.
And as we have done throughout the entire story, we'll let the words of one who was involved in the evacuation speak for themselves.
After every evacuation, every mandatory evacuation that takes place, there are going to be those that second-guess the decision afterwards.
Law enforcement and fire protection communities acted properly and responded quickly to evacuation orders. but it's apparent that several top local officials were left out of the decision-making process. The state will undoubtedly review the evacuation and should address the concerns of the community and its leaders. Sterling Scott, WKMG 6 News Nightbeat.
And they're not the only ones asking, could the evacuations and fires have been avoided in the first place? Well, absolutely, says yet another man. 65-year-old Junior Strickland lost most of his 8,000 acres to the fires. Acres, he says, could have been saved through controlled burning.
If I would have had the permits that I needed this winter, no, sir, this that you're looking at right now, it might have been scorched, but they would have been alive.
I think after this, a lot of those people will be much more ready to say, let's have some controlled burning.
Controlled burning has long been a sensitive subject here in Florida since many urban residents don't want the smoke drifting through their neighborhoods. Their game, promising free money. Their target, unsuspecting elderly people.
And tonight the search is on for 2 men using lottery tickets to lure elderly people into welcoming them into their homes and opening their pocketbooks. Lisa Calagrassi is live in Osceola County with this warning.
Well, Wayne, it's a new twist on an old scam. Osceola County Sheriff's deputies and Kissimmee police are looking for 2 suspects who are using the Florida lottery to rip people off. This is surveillance video from a Kissimmee convenience store that police say shows a scam in progress.
This is the suspect right here, this gentleman right here. This is the victim, the elderly gentleman.
Police say these 2 Hispanic men prey on the elderly and con them into believing they will share a portion of a lotto jackpot if they hand over money first.
And they will get money and give to these people as good faith that the suspects will share the winning lottery ticket with them.
The latest victim was a 69-year-old Hispanic woman who was approached in the parking lot of this supermarket. A man who claimed to be an illegal alien from Mexico said he needed her help in cashing in a winning lottery ticket. But when it was all over, he'd helped himself to her jewelry. There have been at least 5 victims in the past several weeks, people whose kind nature is being exploited.
You want to help people, but you've got to protect yourself. So if someone approaches you with a scam or that's requesting money, contact your law enforcement agencies or some of the social agencies and let somebody know what's going on before you go to that bank and get your money.
Now, police say the 2 suspects were seen driving a 4-door white newer model car, also a green 4-door newer model car. They see if you see them or if they look familiar from the surveillance video to give them a call. Live in Osceola County, Lisa Calagrassi, WKMG 6 News Nightbeat.
And remember to say no. Thanks, Lisa. Guilty verdicts tonight against the man on trial for killing Bill Cosby's son, Ennis. It took a Santa Monica jury 6 hours to find 19-year-old Mikhail Markasev guilty of first-degree murder and robbery charges. By California law, that means a life sentence with no chance of parole. A spokesman for the Cosbys say the family is satisfied with the verdict.
Washington, D.C., Secret Service agents must testify about what they observed while guarding the president. And that is a huge boost for Kenneth Starr's investigation into the Monica Lewinsky affair. No word on whether or not the White House will appeal.
Well, finally, it looks like we've got a nice summer weather pattern going.
The way it should be.
Yeah.
And
Keep
not
it
as
going.
hot. We're on a roll, and you're absolutely right. I think you'll like the 6-day forecast. Let me show you right now the radar, and we'll take you back a few hours ago when this whole thing started. And I can tell you that the pattern that we'll have, we'll do this again tomorrow. I don't know that it'll start as early as it did today or not, but we will do this again tomorrow afternoon. Storm track Doppler now showing you the showers just off the coast of Tampa and Fort Myers. But boy, did it ever just rain itself out around Melbourne. A real good soaking there. Long-range radar shows you again a good portion of the state all the way from Ocala south with lots of thunder showers, and then up to the north was a little bit drier because we had a system, what's called a trough of low pressure, which made its way down to the central part of our state. Looking all the way from Africa across the Big Pond, the Atlantic, not seeing anything. We are watching something in the Caribbean, but it is not developing into a tropical depression. It's that area right there. It'll move off toward the west, but you can see that Florida is nice and moist, and that is good, and that's the way it should be during this time of the summer. High pressure that had been the blocking force has moved out into the Atlantic, and we're getting that return flow of moisture coming out of the the south. Now, that combined with the east coast sea breeze and the west coast sea breeze will bring these thunder showers again, we think, over toward the east part of central Florida. So that's the better chance. 50% chance here, but as you back off toward Tampa, it goes down to about a 40 or 30% chance. Highs this afternoon, this is more like normal. Orlando, 90. Normal is 91 for Orlando. Sanford, 88 degrees, but it was still warmer in Ocala with 93. Right now, it's 77 in Sanford, 75 in Orlando, and Winter Haven has 75 degrees. Look at this. Tonight, we'll do something like this. 74 Orlando, 73 Ocala. The storms have ended. It'll be a quiet night tonight. I don't think we'll see the rain showers like we did late last night. Even 3 o'clock in the morning around Disney, we had a shower. 94 for a high tomorrow in Orlando. 96 could be Ocala. And there go the winds. Winds coming out of the west and coming out of the east. And that's where we'll have the fuel for the showers again tomorrow. Your forecast, AccuWeather forecast tonight, calling for clearing skies tonight, 73 to 75 and light winds. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, then partly cloudy as the day goes on, and more of those storms in the afternoon. And we're hoping it will be kind of like today. Today we had more rain and less lightning than yesterday. Southwest winds along the coast at 10 knots, seas at 2 to 3 feet with a light chop. Water temperature 82 degrees, and sun index reflects the fact that we'll have a little more cloud cover tomorrow, 7, and that'll peak out at 1 o'clock. 6-day forecast, afternoon and evening thunder showers at that 50 to maybe 40% chance. It's safe to say that the rains are back.
Good. Well, he fought the fires with a little help from above.
In the name of Jesus, Jesus, we have...
Next on the Night Beat, meet the man who didn't evacuate and called on God to help him as fire closed in around his home.
Have you ever wanted a wireless phone? Wireless you can afford to use every day? Welcome to Primeco Personal Communications. Call 1-800-PRIMECO today and you can get this incredible 100% digital phone for only $99. Only $99! Save $50. You'll get some really valuable extras too, like no long distance charges when you call to anywhere in Florida. Free caller ID, free voicemail. And if you call right now, you'll get even more. We'll double the minutes on our $29.99 rate plan until the end of the year. That's 200 anytime minutes for just $29.99 a month. Or triple the minutes on our $19.99 rate plan. That's 90 anytime minutes for just $19.99 a month. Pick up your credit card and call 1-800-PRIMECO. It's wireless, it's priced to use and use and use some more. $99 for the phone. Lots of free stuff. Double or triple the minutes until the end of the year. It's never been more affordable. It's 100% digital, and it's only from Primeco.
Actually, I'm tired, though.
Oh, here we go again.
I drove all day, and now I'm knocking and pinging.
I don't care.
You don't care that I knock and ping.
It's not that I don't. Well, actually, no, I don't care.
Do you know why I knock and ping?
Why?
Because I need a higher octane gas.
So?
But you get Chevron Supreme with Techron. I can't believe that.
Because I'm a car that's designed for high octane.
But I'm the one that's knocking and pinging. Whose fault is that? It's not mine.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes. No premium outperforms Chevron Supreme with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
Yes. No. Yes. No, it isn't. Yes.
The new Toro Wheelhorse 5XI garden tractor. The most reliable and durable we've ever built. So it can do anything you ask it to do. The new Toro Wheelhorse 5XI, now available at your Toro dealer.
Only one place critics call the best theme park in the world. Universal Studios, Florida. Only one place takes 75 years of movie making and makes it come alive with the best range of rides and thrills. And now, for a limited time, you can come back for even more adventure with a second day free. So come to Universal Studios, Florida.
We have seen an awful lot of heroics over the past couple of days. Firefighters rushing fire lines, putting themselves in danger to save the lives and property of others. But not all of the firefighting was done with equipment or by firefighters. At least one man chose to fight the fire with faith.
Holy Ghost, if I ever needed you, I sure do need you now.
It was coming around that corner and way up in here when they was fighting over there.
Richard Kenhill watched the fire surround his and his neighbors' Brevard County homes. Instead of leaving, though, he said he chose to stay and do battle, but not with water or hoses.
On my knees right here, with that camera in my hand, just praying and rebuking that fire.
Run, devil, run. Got the word of God on my tongue. Hallelujah.
Normally a heavy equipment operator, 63-year-old Kendall turned instant preacher and hoped he could beat back the fire with prayer.
God can save traitors in the name of Jesus.
The flames grew closer. He prayed harder.
I anoint this building in Jesus' mighty name.
This black line you see marks where the fire stops, but Richard Kendall says it wasn't water or foam that put it out, but prayer. Others might call it good luck, but not him.
And the Lord, I give him all the credit and all the glory and all the honor. I didn't do nothing.
In the name of Jesus, Jesus, we have the victory.
And firefighters say, with all respect to religion, it was good luck that Richard Kendall wasn't hurt, and encourage all of us to evacuate whenever we are told to. But a true testament of his faith.
Yeah, absolutely, and it worked well.
It did for him.
Okay, thanks. Next in sports, she's the new coach in town. Brian Baker introduces us to her next in sports. Now here's a look at how Wall Street closed. And tonight's winning lottery numbers: cash 3, 612, play 4, 1136, and fantasy 5, 3, 8, 12, 19, 22.
Can't stand the heat? Well, get out of the kitchen and into Perkins Family Restaurants for our cool summertime menu. We're bringing back your old favorites like tortilla salads, tortilla wrap sandwiches, and hoagie burgers. And we're introducing some new favorites like our tasty hoagie dogs served with a free Coke, chicken crisp Caesar salad, key lime pie, and more. The summertime menu at Perkins, because when you're hot, you're hot. There's always something new cooking at Perkins.
Take a good look at the 2.3 CL now. Because with its all-aluminum 16-valve VTEC charged engine, you probably won't get a good look at one on the road. The 2.3 CL from Acura. During the Summer Sales Classic, lease the 2.3 CL for $269 a month. The Acura Summer Sales Classic.
My name is Star. I'm going to do a makeover on my mom. She doesn't really worry about her makeup. She has a very natural look, so I have to change that.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That is blue.
She has an awesome laugh, too. You can't look until I'm done. No?
Is it me?
No, but I like it.
You got high five?
Cosmetics, fragrances, and skincare at Walmart. What have you done for you lately?
Now this is trust.
This sports segment brought to you by the Carrier 5-Star dealers of Central Florida.
And now we join Larry on vacation for the Carrier Indoor Weather Report.
Well, Lisa, the weather is just beautiful here. It's the only place I know of where I can truly predict perfect weather.
Which is?
I'm at home. Listen, let me tell you who to call for custom-made indoor weather in your home.
Thanks.
Here in Central Florida, the Florida 5-Star system will provide you custom-made indoor weather guaranteed for 10 years. Call one of these Carrier 5-Star dealers or dial 1-800-4CARRIER for the one nearest you.
Now, Brian Baker in the Sports Center.
We told you last night Purdue University head women's basketball coach Carolyn Peck was hired as the coach/general manager of Orlando's yet-to-be-named WNBA franchise. Today, we got a chance to meet the very personable Peck, who will get to work here in Orlando after one more season at Purdue. The